Hey, what's up guys? I think it's no secret that the Borderlands, the pre-sequel, is not coming to the new generation, the current generation of consoles, the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. First off, I want to say I am so sick of hearing people call these consoles the next generation. If they're on the shelves, if you can purchase them, if they are available into the world, if I can look directly in front of me and see both of these consoles, which I can right now, then they're no longer the next generation. They are the current generation of consoles. Anyways, I digress. I've had a lot of questions about why isn't Borderlands, the pre-sequel, coming to this generation of consoles? Why is it not going to take advantage of the launch window? And there's some good answers for this. There's some not so good answers for this. And I have a little bit of speculation for this. So we'll start off with the obvious. It's not coming out at launch, at least, for this current generation of consoles. Mostly because the install base is not there. At this point, I would say at least 80 to 90%, if not slightly more, of everybody who purchased Borderlands 2 on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 still have an Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. And unfortunately, publishing a game on any console or any platform is not free. In fact, it's quite expensive. So you have to really maneuver yourself so you're gonna not only recoup your cost of publishing the game on a certain console, but that you will actually make a profit. And I'm pretty sure 2K is kind of betting that they would not recoup the cost of publishing the game on the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. There's also the matter of needing to port it to these systems. While they are very similar in PC architecture, they still are their own console architecture, and they're not identical to PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360 by any matter. Definitely not identical to PC, though they are very close in architecture to PC. So it would also be a little bit of a cost to port these over to the current generation of consoles. So that also goes into play and into 2K and Gearbox seeing if they could recoup their costs of A, porting, and B, publishing on the new consoles. The third reason, I believe, is a little bit of speculation on my side, and it's the case that kind of makes the most sense to me. I feel like down the road, maybe a year from now, maybe a year and a half, 2 years, we'll see a Borderlands, the complete set, new generation box set with Borderlands 1, 2, and the pre-sequel included on the new generation of consoles. And while I do think that that's kind of a approach to it, it has been done before. We've already seen, what is it, The Last of Us is being brought over to the PlayStation 4 this month, and it's a tactic that isn't the least shady tactic, but it's a smart tactic, it's a good business tactic, and I'm sure people will still scoop up Borderlands if it happens. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, I don't have any information about that. That's purely speculation, but I don't see it as an impossibility. Now, how much will it be? Yada, yada, yada. I don't know. If they released them as a triple pack for 60 bucks in a year and a half, I would probably scoop it up, dude. Even though it would likely be the same version that I've had on PC, seeing as though PC is the best version out, and I don't see how they could improve upon it going into the new generation of consoles, the current generation. But I digress. Anyway, so that pretty much covers why we're not going to see Borderlands, the pre-sequel, on this current generation of consoles. I know it's not going to please all of you. I know that some of you still think it's bullshit and they should really just put it out on the current gen, and I agree with you. I think that within the release window of a year, if you release a game of this caliber that stands out, then people will scoop it up. I think it would have been a good opportunity to nab some people who maybe didn't get into Borderlands. Maybe they're just looking for something to play on their new console, on their Xbox One, on their PlayStation 4, because there's been a frank drought of software on these platforms. So I personally believe that it would have been the better business move to put out the pre-sequel on everything, but unfortunately, I don't run Gearbox or 2K, or fortunately, I'd probably run it into the ground and make Gothalion lands or something. Anyways, guys, sound off with your comments in the comment section below. Let me know how you guys feel. Would you have been more apt to purchase it if you're not apt to purchase it already for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3? Because let's face it, it's old hardware. People want something on their new generation, regardless of what it is. They want some good products to play on those systems. And frankly, it would have played better, and they could have put physics in it, because physics works. I think like NVIDIA licensed out the software to be able to be used on the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Anyways, guys, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you back here in the pre-sequel.